Good morning, everyone. I'm Liz. I'm the Executive Director from the Havelock Chamber of Commerce. And on behalf of the Havelock Chamber of Commerce, it is my honor to welcome you all to this special press conference. We are thrilled to have such a distinguished group gathered here today, including our honored military guests, local press, and of course, our community members. Today we come together to celebrate an extraordinary honor bestowed upon our very own Mayor Will Lewis, who has been named a Defense Community Champion by the Association of Defense Communities in partnership with Navy Federal Credit Union. Before we proceed, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge some key individuals who make events like this possible. Would all Havelock Chamber Board members please stand and be recognized for your ongoing dedication to our community? Thank you for your leadership and service. I would also like to take a moment to recognize our City of Havelock Board of Commissioners and staff for their dedication and hard work in making Havelock a thriving community that deeply values its relationship with our military neighbors. If you wouldn't mind standing, please. Thank you. Finally, I'd like to invite the representatives of Navy Federal Credit Union to stand. Your partnership and commitment to supporting defense communities like ours are deeply appreciated. Thank you for your role in this significant recognition and for all you do to strengthen ties between our military and civilian communities. Will, we are very proud of this well-deserved honor. Your vision and dedication to Havelock's growth and its partnership with military have made a lasting impact, and we are eager to celebrate your incredible achievement today. Thank you all for being here as we recognize this outstanding moment in our community's history. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce someone who has been a steadfast advocate for our military and community partnerships, E.T. Mitchell, Craven County Commissioner, NCMAC Commission Member, Vice Chair for Allies for Cherry Point, Craven County Representative for ACT. Please join me in welcoming her to the podium.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming here today to honor my esteemed colleague and personal friend, Mayor Will Lewis. When I tell people I have lived in 13 states and 33 houses, they tend not to believe me. That is because I'm an Air Force brat, former naval officer, and I have never not lived in a military community. And that gives me a unique advantage. I know what's normal and I know what's special. And that is why I nominated Will for the Defense Championship Award for the Association of Defense Communities on behalf of the North Carolina Military Affairs Commission. I've never not lived in a place where people did not say they supported the military community. Some talked the talk, some walked the walk. I have never been in a place that has the connection between a defense installation and the community like this. That's not because Will talks it. We all say it. It is because he spends his time personally and professionally, and has done so for at least the last 10 years, in terms of building relationships with every command team at every installation on Cherry Point, over and over again. The COs, the XOs at the wing, FRC at the air station, senior NCOs, the families, the kids. He's at the events on the base, he's at the events in the community, he knows families, he knows kids, and as a result, he is trusted and he has bound Havelock and Craven County to Cherry Point with red, white, and blue chains. He is what makes this one of the foremost defense communities that I've ever been in, and I can't touch him. And I will cheerfully say, when things come up between Craven County and the base, my go-to statement is, I don't have to worry about that because I know Mayor Lewis is on it. We set the example not just in North Carolina, but also around the United States. And every time we go to a defense community conference, meeting, in DC, in San Antonio, in Orlando. They all want to know what is our secret sauce. Our magic formula is Mayor Will Lewis. So I would. So on behalf of Allies for Cherry Point, North Carolina Military Affairs Commission, and the Association of Defense Communities, I would like to present this award to you.
Thank you, E.T.
Please, will you speak?
All right. That was very kind, E.T. You know, I have to stand in front of groups a lot, and I'm about as uncomfortable right now as I've ever been. E.T., that was, yeah. You usually get an award for making me speechless. That doesn't happen often, right? So it's an absolute honor to be the mayor of Havelock and the president of Allies for Cherry Points tomorrow. And for me, there's a couple reasons for that. And one of them is, you know, you get in our city limits, we get to have the world's largest Marine Corps air station, America's Air Station, Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, a preeminent power projection platform for the nation's defense. And that cool factor doesn't wash off, right? I'm gonna be 90 years old, racing wheelchairs in a old folks home somewhere, still talking about somehow I tricked people into letting me be the mayor of Havelock and the mayor of Marines. And then the other part, you know, I grew up here in Havelock. My dad's family came here in 1941-ish to work on airplanes for World War II, and my family's been here ever since. So I actually grew up as a result of Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point and Havelock. And, you know, I've walked the same roads that they walked 18 years before this city was even incorporated. And I've hunted in the same woods and played in the same creeks and rivers, and my daughters are doing the same thing now. And so, you know, the influence on me that wasn't my father and grandfather was old grizzled Marines, right? They were Vietnam and Korea Marines, and one crazy corpsman also that had an influence on me. And so this community built me. And so it's a pretty heavy responsibility then for me to think about being a part of a team that gets to give back to that and hopefully foster that, build it, and create it into something that's doing that for the community that lives here now and for the community that'll be here. Stop looking at me, Rain. For the next 30 years, 40 years, 100 years, or whatever it takes. And I really enjoyed just being a part of a team that gets to do that. And as a mayor or president of ACT, I get to stand up and take credit for some of that stuff, but everyone in this room knows that, because a lot of you in this room are the ones that are actually doing the real work every day, and most of you in this room deserve this award probably a whole lot more than I do. When I was a young commissioner, we were retiring a very significant person in the city of Havelock, and she had taught me a lot about like just government and how to do your job. And we were in this same room, and I got to stand up and say a few words. And I remember talking to her afterwards, and I was like, I could not in my mind imagine that the city was going to be the same after she retired. And she said to me, and I've never forgot this, but she said, you got to envision like a 5-gallon bucket of water. And when I pull my finger out, it's just going to continue. It's going to go back to being what it is. And I think about that a lot as both mayor and president of ACT. And I don't know that I deserve this award, but I do know that I'm grateful every day to be in that bucket of water with all y'all. So thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Now we all got work to do. Thank you.